Bitcoin price is coming back down. Ethereum price is coming back down. There is a very important price chart that I'm going to show you in this video that is going to change your mind and change your trajectory about the price of Bitcoin and Ethereum. So watch this video all the way to the very end. I will dive into the detail, especially the one-day chart, very important. So let's start with the Bitcoin price action right here. If you look at the 4-hour chart, the BTCUSDT, it is covered that market has been coming back down as predicted on this channel. And right now, the market entered into this very area of interest that I drew on this very price action right here. And what that means right now is that the market is going to move upward, in my opinion. But this very move is not going to create a new all-time high, in my opinion. I'm expecting that the market move upward, okay, into this very area and then come back down again. And if we break on this level of important support, market should come back into this very area of interest, which is a very important area of interest right here. And this is very, very important. And of course, I am not expecting the market to go below this very point, because this is where we saw the market begin to move all the way from. And if market go below this very point, it will be very devastating for the market. This is between the 113 and 112K level. So this is my expectation right now on the immediate short term on the price of Bitcoin. On the immediate short term, expect the market to move from here, where it is right now, all the way to the upside, okay, for retracement before continuation into this level again in the next coming days. This is what you need to pay attention to right now to be in the right direction of the market on the price of BTC USDT 4-hour chart. There is something very important on the one-day chart that I want to show you. I know a lot of persons are not paying attention to this very chart pattern happening on the price action right now. Look at it right here. There is a divergence here. So if you connect the wick of this candle from this very point to this very area, it is covered that the market is moving upward, okay? And if you connect exact same point on the MACD indicator right here, it is covered that the market is sloping downward. Look at it. The market is sloping downward, while on the price chart, market is moving upward. And if you connect the close of the candle right here to the close of the candle right here, because that is what I do. I do take the close, very important, than the wick. Although the wick is important, but it's not as important as when market close at a specific level. And that is why this is important as well. So if you look at the close from here to the close to this very point, it is covered that the close here is very clear with this very bearish divergence on the price of Bitcoin. So what that means is we can see Bitcoin come back down into this very area of $112,000 and $113,000 level before the final move to the upside. So this divergence is very important. So what I am waiting for right now is a confirmation of this divergence to be true, because right now this divergence is not confirmed yet. We need to see at least the histogram on the MACD indicator begin to form on the negative side on this very point, okay? One of it is a good sign that market is going to really obey this divergence all the way to the downside on the price of BTC USDT one-day chart. And this is what you need to pay attention to, because this divergence, in my opinion, must happen, okay, to the downside before the market is going to move upward. And this is very important. Remember, this divergence is coming out as a result of Bitcoin creating a new all-time high a few days ago. That is at this very point of $124,000. And right now, market is coming back down with this aggressive dump all the way to the downside. And this is what you need to pay attention to be in the right direction of the market on the price of BTC. And if you come to ETH here, remember I was telling you that the market is going to come back to retest this very level of ascending triangular pattern. And that is exact same thing we're seeing right now. So if I draw this out clearly for you, it is covered that from this very point, market is retesting this place already on the price action. So market is retesting this very level of important resistance. So this retest is important, But from where the market is right now, what I am expecting from now moving forward is for the market to move upward. Okay, after this move downward, correction, come back down. I'm expecting from where the market is right now, market should move a little bit into this very area, okay, on the price of ETH before the next move to the downside. And if we break out on this level right here, which is a high possibility, market should come back down into this very area. These are very important key levels you must pay attention to. So a breakout here will make the market to come back down into this very area of $4,000 per ETH, and this is what you have to pay attention to as well to really be in the right direction of the market. So pay attention to this on the price of ETH 4-hour chart, and this is what you must have to look at as well. And if you look at the 1-day chart, ETH BTC, it is covered that the same divergence is on this very price action as well. In fact, this one is very, very clear on the price of ETH. Let me show you clearly. You see, from this very point, market move upward. So if we draw from here, from this very area, to be very precise, from this very point to this very area, it is called that market is moving all the way to the upside. And if you connect exact same point on the MACD indicator, it is covered that market is already coming back down. Okay, so forming this very divergence as well, and this is a bearish divergence, the same thing that we saw on the price of Bitcoin a few minutes ago, and this is what we are seeing again on ETH. What does this mean? Divergences happening on BTC and ETH. Does that mean the market is going to come back down crashing? No, that does not mean we're going to see aggressive crash in the market. We're going to see just significant retracement back down, and the market is going to pick up again. I am still very optimistic that the market is going to still pump hard despite this divergence appearing on the chart right now. And most importantly, these divergences have not been confirmed yet, but it's something that is actually forming. So the forming process is still ongoing. We have to wait for it to finish forming, and then we can then confirm that this very divergence is going to really play out. Look at it right here. So I want to see the market begin to form on the negative side of the MACD with that histogram in that red formation. Market should start that, then I will confirm that this very divergence, which is a bearish divergence on the price of ETH, have start formation, and the market is going to come back down into this very area, and then the next move to the upside. I am still very optimistic that the market is going to still move all the way to the upside on the price of ETH. This is what you must have to pay attention to right now from this very technical standpoint, and this is very important because this is going to make you be in the right direction of the market 80 to 90% of the time, especially when you know how to mark key levels like this. Is very important for you to pay attention to this kind of stuff. And if you look at the price of Blum right here, it is covered that Blum just moved all the way to the upside, and this is a very crazy move. A lot of the time we see Blum moving sporadically all the way to the upside, and after that it begins to dump. If you notice from this very point for the past 2-3 weeks, Blum have maintained stability, okay, not going below this very price area right here, other than what we are seeing on the price of BTCUSDT 4-hour chart. So from here, where the market is right now, I am expecting that the market come back down. Of course, you may be arguing or make a case that this very spike, okay, is going to make the market to continue all the way to the upside. Of course, that may be true, but that is not what I am looking at right now. Remember, in my immediate last video, I was talking about market coming down into this very area of interest. That is exactly what the market did. Market come back down to this very area of interest. What that means from here, market is going to move upward, but because of the aggressiveness of this very pump, I am expecting that the market come back down a little bit into this very area before the next move to the upside on the price of Blum. This is my personal opinion on this very price action. You may have something contrary to this, and that is also very okay. BTCUSDT 4-hour chart, if you look at this very price action, remember this very point of interest is still very, very valid on this price action. Why? Because from here, market move all the way to the upside. Now market is coming back down. We have retracement right here. Market move back down, retracement right here. Market move back down, and spike out of this very point of interest, and right now what they think is going to happen to the market. In my opinion, market is still going to come back down, okay, into this very point before the next move to the upside and the possible grab of liquidity. That means it will go below here, grab liquidity, then market is going to move upward. This is what I am now expecting on the price of BTCUSDT for Arch. I still expect the market to come into this very area from where it is right now at this very point. To be very precise, market should come back down before the next move to the upside. And the next move to the upside does not mean you should take a position. Market is just going to move upward and then come back down. A breakout here obviously is not going to be fine with Pi, and this is very, very important because a breakout here is going to send us into this very low at this very point. Okay, this very low is a very important low we saw few weeks ago. So if market breaks here, then definitely market is going to come back down into this very area, and that will not be fine at all, especially for Pi traders and for Pi investors, especially, and also miners. So this is what you have to pay attention to, especially if you're mining and if you're trading Pi. SUI USDT 4-hour chart, this is looking very, very fine in my opinion, because market come back down to exact same point that I drew right here as our area of interest. And when you mark area of interest like this, is very, very okay, because it will give you more advantage in the market, especially when price come back down to that exact same point. You will see reason why you should take a trade, or find reason why you should enter a position when market come into your area of interest. And that is why marking area of interest is super cool and very important in the market. And like I always say, you don't really have to get it correctly all the time. If you can get it 90 to 95, in my opinion, that is very great, because it's going to give you an ample number of advantage in the market. So from here, market is going to move upward in my opinion. That is not a crazy move upward. I am just looking at a little move all the way to the upside, and the market should come back down again into this very point. That is my personal opinion. Market should just move upward, to be very precise, in the next coming days, and then market should retrace back down into this area again. And of course, a breakout here will send us back down, and this is very important. So a breakout here is going to make us to come into this very point, and that is the next area of interest I can see on this very price action right now. This very area is the next point of interest, which is very important on this price action. So a breakout here is going to make the market to come back down into this point before the final move to the upside, in my opinion. This is what I am looking at right now on the price of SUI USDT for our chart from now moving forward. On coin market cap here, if you take a look at the global crypto market capitalization, there is a significant decline, in my opinion, to 3.97. We've seen the market grow above $4 trillion in the past few days, and right now market has declined to $3.79 trillion. That is a lot of billions of dollars that have left the market already as a result of this decline in the price of Bitcoin, ETH, and many other altcoins out there. And if you look at the altcoin index, there is a significant shift to the positive side for the 3/100. And like I said, what I want to see is between 60 and 70/100 to see that aggressive crazy pump in the price of a lot of altcoin out there. And this is my personal opinion. The fear and greed index have shifted into the neutral position, which is not a bad thing. Of course, market can quickly flip into the greed zone, and this is all the things you need to pay attention to right now, especially the divergence on the price of Bitcoin right now, and also the divergence on the price of Ethereum as well. These two divergences are very, very important. So pay attention to these to be in the right direction of the market. Consider supporting this channel by leaving a like for this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on the bell notification for more crypto videos like this one. Also check the channel for other crypto content. Join our Telegram channel, link in the description of this video, and also in the pinned comment. Join right now. It is a free channel. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video.